Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Hello and welcome to the very first vlog in a series of vlogs that I will be doing monthly on my two channels. That's one thing I wanted to bring up because I do have two channels, and the thing is, my first channel, Samson 1138, has been my main channel for many years now, and it's where I got most of my subscribers, aka like 99% of my subscribers. I want to upload my vlog videos onto my second channel, Samson 9091, which now just is my name, Sam Schamberger. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to upload my vlog videos to both channels for maybe a couple months, just so I can kind of see where it's going, and then from that point on the vlog videos will all be over onto my second channel. So yeah, that's all I have on that matter. I'll be honest, I don't really know what to do for my first video. I thought about maybe talking about things that I just like to do, or things that interest me. So I just started reading The Hunger Games today. I'm in the third chapter now. What else have I been doing recently? I am a huge movie nerd. I love watching movies. Obviously I love making movies because I have two YouTube channels. Actually 3 YouTube channels if you count the Sam's Comics the Movie channel. Enjoyed my whole life. A lot of people enjoy film, but I enjoy more than just watching movies. I enjoy making them, I enjoy learning how they're made, and I enjoy watching all the extra stuff on DVDs and stuff like that. It's kind of a funny story. The thing that first got me into movies actually wasn't making movies, and it wasn't watching movies. It was actually listening to the music from movies. When I was growing up, I just had no interest in music. And it had nothing to do with how I was raised. It was just, music was just something I could never get into until I was a teenager, and I got music from Star Wars out from the library to listen to, and that's really what started a spiral of events that eventually landed me where I am now with my love of film. And it was all thanks to John Williams, so here's to you, John Williams. So, yeah, these vlogs. I don't really watch a whole lot of vlog videos on YouTube, so I'm not 100% sure what you do in them. There's one vlog channel I am subscribed to called Derps and Chortles. I'll put a link to them in the description. And they're pretty awesome. I know them because I'm subscribed to one of their vloggers, Steven. He's amazing. You should subscribe to him too. I'll put a link to his channel in the description as well. That's pretty much the only vlog I've really watched, so I'm not entirely sure what to do, but I figure maybe I can take suggestions if you guys want to leave comments as to what I can talk about next time. And another thing they did on Derps and Chortles that I think is a good idea and I want to do, although they don't really do it anymore, they kind of stopped doing it, was that at the end of every video they would try to do something like Scott had a really short-lived bit of randomness. He had a term for it. I forget what it is. Ridiculousity or something like that. And then Lydia had something which maybe lasted 2 videos. I don't think Stephanie had one. Steven had an apocalypse tip of the week. What I'm going to do is at the end of every video, I'm going to put a bit of movie trivia. I'm going to call it my film fun fact. That'll be really cool, I hope. Sorry this isn't that entertaining of a first video. I tried to do like a little gimmick at the beginning where I'm sitting here all classy-like reading a book, and I don't really need glasses. These are the glasses I had when I was 6 maybe, and this mug is not actually filled with coffee, it's just filled with Coke. I hate coffee. I have 2 blogs, by the way. That's something I could tell you guys about. So, I have two blogs on Blogspot. One called Sam's Comic Relief, and the other one called Chronicle's Company Pictures, which goes for my film company, the Chronicle's Company Picture ones. I post things about making videos or movie-related blog posts. Like sometimes I'll do reviews of movies, although I think I've only done review of, I did a review of The Three Stooges and I did a review of another movie. What other movie did I do? I'll have to look that up and tell you later. My other blog, which I am far more active on, is for my comic series. I draw a comic series with my friends. It's just called Sam's Comics, but that name was already taken on Blogspot, so I had to just call it Sam's Comic Relief. And I do lots of stuff on that blog, and I love drawing. I make an installment of comics every Saturday on the blog, unless it's like in between seasons, which we're in season 5 now, and season 5 is going to end here in February. There will be a bit of a gap before season 6 begins, which I don't know when it's going to begin. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, you should check out my blog, really. Oh, I got way off topic and I forgot what I was talking about, but now I know where I am again. One of the things I thought I could talk about for this blog are just some of my favorite movies. My favorite movie of all time is Raiders of the Lost Ark. And I like the other Indiana Jones movies too, and I am one of the few people who actually didn't think the 4th movie completely sucked. It wasn't the greatest Indiana Jones movie, I'll give you that, but at least it didn't suck. And for all that stuff about completely implausible stunts in Crystal Skull, go back and watch Temple of Doom. You have Indiana Jones jumping out of an airplane in an inflatable river raft, landing on the side of a mountain, sledding down the mountain into trees and over rocks and stuff like that, off the mountain into the canyon, into the middle of rapids, and they come out not one broken bone. Indy still has his hat the entire way, and the biggest thing, the raft, which is an inflatable raft, I can't stress that enough, does not have a single puncture after running into trees and rocks and into rapids. So you tell me which movie is worse. Yeah, I really like the Indiana Jones movies. Those are probably my favorites. And I really like the Harry Potter films. I'm a big fan of the series, books, movies, and soundtracks. I like Star Wars too. I'm not that big on the new trilogy. It's originals all the way for me. Pirates of the Caribbean are good too. I didn't care for the 4th one. Pirates of the Caribbean should have ended at World's End, because you had a really good ending to that movie. Sorry for the abrupt change in cinematography. My camera told me I was out of space, so I had to clear off this card real quick. I'm out of pop. Just checking Facebook. A lot of people are into superhero movies nowadays. Personally, that's not my forte. There's only one superhero movie that I've legitimately loved, and I own it on Blu-ray, is The Avengers. And the reason I like that movie is because the steps they took to develop the characters is what made that movie amazing to me. Because when you have a movie that features main characters from multiple movies who have all had their own backstories already established, it's so easy to just go down the trail to assume that every viewer who watches The Avengers is going to know the backstory and everything like that. The fact that they took the time to reintroduce you to these characters and give them even more of a story and have them have their own character arc within The Avengers really made it a successful movie in my mind. And to be honest, I think they did a much better job of establishing the Hulk's character in The Avengers than they did in the Incredible Hulk movie. And I also like Mark Ruffalo better than Edward Norton. I'm not saying Edward Norton is a bad actor, but I'm just saying I think Ruffalo was better for the role than Norton was. I didn't like the Incredible Hulk movie that much to begin with either. I'm not a William Hurt fan. After what he did in Lost in Space, that was like, nope. I like old school television. That's another thing I can talk about. Things like Gilligan's Island. I have all 3 seasons of Gilligan's Island on DVD. The original Lost in Space, The Munsters, Leave It to Beaver. I love all those old stuff. Really, I don't watch a whole lot of television, to be honest. I watch movies. I watch The Office. I did not watch The Office for a very long time until the beginning of last year. And I started at season 1 and worked my way up to season 8. By the time season 9 rolled around, I was just finishing season 8, so I was able to catch up to season 9, and I'm caught up now. How do you think the season is going to end? It's supposed to be the last season. I'm going to miss the show. I understand why they're ending it, though, because it has lasted 9 seasons. Steve Carell's left. Although, what is up with this season? Andy's been missing for so many episodes. You can't do that. That's not possible. In a real life work situation, you would not be able to function as a workplace without your manager for that amount of time. And I looked on Wikipedia, and he's not returning for like another 4 episodes. So, what up? What up with that? Think, writers. Think! Writers! But the season did have 3 really good episodes so far. It had Work Bus, and it had, The Boat. The Boat was a really good episode when Dwight was doing his radio interview and Kevin found out about something. Dwight Christmas was really funny too when Dwight did his Pennsylvania Dutch Christmas. Enough about The Office. Well, that's about it, I think. So, I shall leave you with the film fun fact. So this film fun fact is going to be from Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, aka the Philosopher's Stone if you're anywhere else in the world, because it's only Sorcerer's Stone here in America, because America. Warner Brothers wanted actor Tim Roth to play Professor Severus Snape, but J.K. Rowling handpicked Alan Rickman for the part, and she even went as far as to give Alan Rickman important details about the character that would not be revealed until the last book. And I shall see you next month. Please leave me a comment as to what you would like to hear me talk about next time. I thought about doing it for this video, but I thought since it's the first video, I'm not going to do it. First video should be more like an introductory thing. But I thought maybe next time I could just talk about why I didn't like The Dark Knight Rises. Because a lot of people like that movie, and it got voted. There's one Facebook page that I'm subscribed to on Facebook. Well, it's on Facebook if it's a Facebook page. And it came down to The Dark Knight Rises versus The Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey, and I was all for The Hobbit winning, and Dark Knight won, and I was disappointed. I was disappointed in society! Anyway, The Hobbit should have won, in my opinion, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just rant about Batman in a separate video. But until then, Stephen had the apocalypse ticket. Stephen had the apocalypse. And the Dwight Christmas was hilarious too when Dwight did his traditional Pennsylvania Dutch.